Right, well, hopefully, second time lucky. It's going to rain as well, isn't it? Afternoon world, welcome to Saturday 4th of June. I'm on my way over to Stroud to look at some tree work for the second time. Same place, but the second time. Long story short, I've been sent a report to go and look at the tree work. The introduction to the report was a list of trees highlighted that they wanted me to look at, which is basically, I only downloaded that part of the report because it's like 62 pages, and to save the planet and ink and paper and everything else, I only printed out the pages that I thought I needed. So Julie and I went over there this morning, took the two little dogs over. We did, I don't know, about a mile and a half walk up and down this bit of footpath for us to, well, try and find some of the trees. The report was done in beginning of February. Nothing had leaves on it. So the trees, the dead ones that were in amongst the live ones, were easy to see. I struggled this morning. In fact, there's a couple there I haven't found, which I'm going to have to own up to, although we've both looked on the maps. We've both looked at the tree numbering system, but because of the scale of the map and the size of the numbering system, so many trees numbers are overlapping, I can't read them. And the problem is the surveyor went up the path one side and down the other. So we've got way different numbers that are overlapped over each other, and they've basically, you might as well have scrubbed them out. I can't read them. So we're only guessing where some of these trees are, and we couldn't find them. Anyway, that's by the by. I knew that part of the remit of this job, there was one area that the county were particularly interested in and they wanted us to do. And I thought that was in the list of trees that I had to look at. No, it wasn't. So we got taken short, or I got taken short over there anyway, and had to come back a bit sooner than I wanted to, because I've still got a little bit of my colitis issue playing up, so I had to come home. So yeah, so instead of having all my jobs done in the morning how I wanted, I've got to go back this afternoon and finish off, and it looks like I'm going to get wet. So yeah, not brilliant. But I promised the officer that the quote would be in their inbox, in their email inbox, Monday morning when they get to work, because if they want to action the work, they can get us straight onto it. So I can't keep my promise unless I go over and actually do the legwork. So Mrs. P has decided that first time was enough. She doesn't really want to come over again. So I'm on my own. Well, this is as far as I got this morning. This section here. But the bit I really need to look at, there's another couple of 100 metres that way. The railway tunnels here, all up and down here, have actually got some pretty impressive artwork. Some people call it vandalism. I actually quite like some of it. You're not very clever, are you? And you're not on my list. Right. So the other problem I got is this report was written in February, and it's June. And quite a lot has happened. Ash dieback has really galloped on, and I'm sure there's quite a few trees that were not identified in here that are fairly well advanced with the infection. Fellas like that. Yeah. No tags. No tags. Right. I'm going to What 3 words in and add him to the list. So this is where I use What 3 words quite a lot. When my little blue dot stops moving, what we're looking at is that little blue dot in there. And then we will choose that square. And then I will save the square. I know where it is. Okay, next. Right, well, here's one that is on the list. So the green stripes give it away. So that is another one to come down. But if anything, you're in better condition than the one I just found. Right, big old tree. At least we've got some space down here. Okay. This is the place I'm looking for. I'm guessing these are the ones I'm looking at. Well, there is some infection. Some of it's fairly early, but cables. Cables are always a nuisance. We've done a terrific amount of work down here over the last, well, 20 odd years. And it's really sad to see some of these big ash trees declining. But, you know, things like this up here can't be ignored. This is, after all, public right of way, and the public must be kept safe. This is the new all singing and all dancing rubberized path surface that the council have put on here. It's lovely to walk on, and I'm sure it's great for bikes, but no good at all for dropping bits of tree on. So if we're working over here, we're gonna have to rig everything. I couldn't do it, so can't make my mind out if she feels sad or just staring at me. He's staring at me. Right, this is one of those jobs that's more difficult than it needs to be. I'm not having a crack at the surveyor, but it would be so much easier if things were plotted accurately on a map. There's some trees out there that are like a good 100, maybe even 150 meters away from their set point on the plan, and I can't find them. Not only that, they've used metal tags to number the trees for themselves, but the tag number isn't the same as the tree number. So they've basically given every tree a number, but they've put a tag on it for their own records, and all they need to do sometimes is just sort of say tree number so and so, tag number if it's different, because that would make identification so much easier for us. Yeah, especially when you're dealing with, I mean, a lot of work here, when there's a lot to be done, and it can involve thousands of pounds. It's really to everybody's benefit if stuff is marked up accurately. So anyway, there's one more place I want to have a quick look at. We did look at it this morning, I do want to revisit it, and then while we're there, I might show you a little bit more of the local artwork. Yeah. This is what the tree team fondly refers to as the Woodchester Massive. In the week, there's a mobile food wagon parked in there, and we used to come here quite often. When I was working as well, we come in here, we stop for lunch, whatever else. But quite often it was a case of you couldn't work after it because the meal was, you know, you'd have a breakfast bap. It was so big, you'd struggle to eat it all, and then afterwards you just couldn't move. So yeah, so we call this the Woodchester Massive because that's the portions you used to get. Whether you still do, I don't know. Okay, right. At least the sun's shining now. I don't think it's that one. Right. I've not found my tree yet, but we're at the tunnel. So, yeah, the Woodchester Art Gallery. He's a happy looking chap, or chapette, isn't it? So we'll go down one side and come back the other. Feels quite urban, doesn't it? But there's definitely some talent in there. And over this side, well, not certain I know what that means. But it means something to someone. That made us smile this morning. Clever. Yeah. Colourful. This gentleman also brought a smile to our face this morning. No idea who he is, because I can't read it. Sorry. But this chap is definitely dead. Well, very nearly dead. And he's got a tag 6973. But I can't find his reference in the report, because according to the report as I read it, that tree is about 100 metres down there. So what would the health and safety folks say about that? I mean, this is a pipeline, or cables. They'll go across the river. But what's to stop anybody using that as a bridge? And if they do use it as a bridge, what have they got to hang on to? Although I was saying that as a kid, I'd probably have enjoyed that. Hello, Robin. So upstream from here, half a mile, I know there's dippers. A dipper's like a bit bigger than a robin, a bit smaller than a blackbird. Black bird with a white breast, and he finds his food underwater. So if you've never seen a dipper, I promise you they exist. They nest about half a mile that way. Right, so Woodchester Massive. So I am looking for T26 Is that T26? 1275. All my numbers. 26. No, T26 is a willow, and that's an ash. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is as much as I can, and then I think the council officer is going to have to come out here and walk it with me. And I'm going to have to point at things and go, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Again. So I hate it when that happens. I like things clear, and that one we're going to do this to, and that one we're going to do that to, and that one we're going to wait and see. Well, I got trouble finding out where that one is.
How's your day been? Good to see your face. How you doing? Tell me your story. I just wanna have a conversation. I just wanna make a friend or two. I'm not trying to change your mind. All I'm trying to do is be nice. 'Cause life's already